2, 3, 7, 2, 3, and 8, 2, 3. How's it going, everybody? Tyler Schwartz here, and welcome back to another Tyler Teaches, where I teach you some of my favorite tricks and steps. Today we are continuing our jig series, but we got the hard shoes on. We are going to be doing treble jig today. So some hard shoe dancing, very basic, beginner, introductory hard shoe dancing. So nothing too crazy today, but very valuable steps to kind of get you into that hard shoe realm. What else? It's pretty good steps. It's going to be in the traditional tempo of treble jigs, so what would be classified more as like a fast tempo. What's good about that is that you can also practice it at a slower tempo, more of an open level tempo, and it's just kind of like a slower, easier, more digestible, danceable tempo too. So this gives it more flexibility in how fast you'd like to dance it. But normally you would do this kind of step to a traditional, faster tempoed treble jig. We'll get more into that when we do the step to music. But if you're new here, my name is Tyler. I've been an Irish dancer for over 20 years, professionally and competitively. I have lots of videos on this channel about Irish dancing. If you're interested in that at all, this is a good beginner starting point, but there are also a bunch of other videos as well, including a bunch of other jig tutorials as well, so give those a look if that interests you. And if you're enjoying your Irish dancing experience here, you're loving Irish dance, one of the biggest things I like to encourage on this channel is to go out to your, wherever you are, Google the closest Irish dance studio near you and give it a shot in person, because nothing beats doing Irish dancing in a community with other people. And as the pandemic and the quarantines and all that are starting to die down, and it becoming more safer and safer to be with one another again in community, I think that's just a very special thing to do. Once you love Irish dance, once you're having fun with it enough, give it a shot out in the real world instead of, what we got here. Anyways, this treble jig, you can do it if you have a pair of hard shoes. You can also do it in your gym shoes as well. You're not limited to the footwear that you have. I would suggest a good pair of runners or trainers, gym shoes. I would not do this in flip-flops or anything like that. Yeah. But before we get started, just wanted to mention that this music that you're listening to and the music we'll be dancing to later is brought to you by FEIS app. Really great place, great source for Irish dancing music. If you're interested in FEIS app for yourself, I have details below on how you can learn more about it. And yeah, just mention, subscribing to the channel if you haven't, like the video if you love the jig series, love learning these steps and want to do more of them in the future. Comment below what your favorite part of it is. Comment where you're learning this from. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into this step. Whoop. Falling over. So we've got still working on this studio and soundproofing and sound treatment. So I have no idea how loud that's going to be to this mic. Hopefully not too loud. I'll try to dance light because this floor does make a lot of noise and the room echoes a lot of noise. So I'll try my best to keep that at a good level. Also, right foot is white foot. So that's kind of how you can tell which foot is which. But yeah, we're gonna start this step. So this is the first step of 3 that we're gonna be doing. And we're gonna start with our right foot in front of left in our third position, heel to toe, like so. And It's worth mentioning when you start Irish dancing, you normally would start by learning soft shoe, so not hard shoe, soft shoe, and learning how to dance off your heels and up here, what we would call either elevated third or fifth position. So we'd be dancing this dance up here, and it's really important to bring that technique to hard shoe so that we have clear rhythms. This entire dance, this step, next steps maybe not, but this step in particular, we're doing it completely with our heels off the floor. Okay, so we're up here. And the reason is because we want clear rhythms and we don't want any extra sounds because our heels make noise now. So it's even more important for that clear rhythm to be dancing up off our heels. So yeah, your calves will love it. Ooh. There's a spider on my curtain. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're in our third position. We're ready to start our first step. Now, I think I've mentioned it in previous live streams or previous videos. How we do a treble is just almost like a brush, like we're brushing out and brushing back. So we're gonna brush out and brush back, and that's our treble. 2 rhythms, 2 sounds with our front foot. Okay. So if we have our right foot in front, left foot in back, treble. That's how we're gonna start our dance. Just 1, 2. So I like to call it like by numbers, so 1, 2. Other people will call it treble. You can also call it brush, brush. But just get in the habit of that. Getting your nice treble in. Whoop. There you go. There you go. And that's our first rhythm. That's how we're gonna start our dance. So we're gonna start with a treble forward. So treble forward, treble back, and then we're gonna put our right foot down. Okay. From there, we're going to bring our left foot forward and we're gonna brush forward, brush back again, and we're gonna again go up onto our left foot. Okay. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. So we're making 3 sounds. Our brush forward, our brush back, and then going onto our front foot. Putting all of our body weight onto that front foot. We're gonna pick up our back foot. So the first time around, when our right foot is doing the treble, our brush forward and brush back, we're gonna go up onto our right foot, and our left foot, which is our back foot, is gonna pick up from behind. And we know the next thing is we're gonna bring our left leg forward and continue forward. We're gonna keep that nice turnout all the way through. So, really slowly. 2, 3, and brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up. Now I'm doing it really slowly, so it's really hard to kind of keep up on those toes. So if you hear an extra little heel in there, just try to, don't think about it. But ideally you want to be up off your heels, so for that exact reason, so there's no extra little sounds there. Try it again. 2, 3, and brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up. Good. So we do 3 of those in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're actually gonna do 4. So right, left, and then we're gonna be on our right foot for the next part. Okay, so let's try that together. Ready? 2, so 4 of them in a row. 2, 3, and brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up. Now we're gonna bring that right foot forward for another brush, brush, but we're gonna do something next. We're gonna do something different for that 5th time. Okay, again, so I'll do this one facing this way. 2, 3, and brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up, brush, brush, up, brush, up, brush, brush. That's gonna be a new thing, but so it's basically like 4 treble ups into a fifth treble that we're gonna do something a little bit different in. Okay. Also worth mentioning, and I've mentioned this in the other JIG series videos, one of the great things about YouTube is that you can use the playback feature. And the playback feature allows you to play things in slower speeds. So like 0.5 would be like 50% speed. So when we're practicing these, you can also hit the playback to your speed. So if this is too fast for you, you can also slow it down. If this is too slow for you as well, you can speed it up. But that's one of the cool things about YouTube. You can tailor the speed and the playback to what works best for you. You can also always click back and rewind if there's something that went over your head and you need to relearn it. So love that about YouTube. Just thought I'd mention it because I wasn't aware of the playback thing for a very long time. Okay, so we have these 4 trebles and we have a 5th rogue treble. Let's talk about this rogue treble. We're gonna do, instead of treble up onto that front foot, we're gonna go treble hop. We're gonna hop off our back foot and we're gonna bring that brush back into a cut. So without the hop, just for a second, just the front foot, what the front foot's doing is it's going brush forward and it's gonna brush back and go all the way up to a cut. So 1, 2, up. Okay? 1, 2, up. And in fact, let's put on the next part. It'll go treble, treble. And we're gonna do like a faster treble. So how we went like 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the second time around, a little bit faster with our brush. It's like a quick brush. Think of it that way again. I should have had like a brush prop, but we're going brush for the second time around. So brush. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now again, our back foot will be doing things, but we're kind of just playing around with our front foot, what our front foot's doing right now. We're gonna go brush. One more time, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, the first time around when we did our brush back, we went to a cut. The second time we do our brush back, we're gonna kick our bum. 1, 2, back. I'm gonna put it behind. So, brush up, brush, hop, back. Okay? Brush up, brush, back. Okay? So again, goes to the cut, goes to the butt. New t-shirt, goes to the cut, goes to the butt. 1, 2, cut, 1, 2, butt. So bring it back. So from behind, it will go 1, 2, up, 1, 2, back. Now, if we incorporate our back foot, we're now going to do a hop when we bring it up for a cut, and we're going to do a hop when we bring it up for a butt. Okay. Try that again. 2, 3, and brush, cut. 1, 2, cut, brush, hop, back. Ready? 2, 3, and 1, 2, cut, brush, hop, back. Yeah. 2, 3, and brush, cut, brush, hop, back. Good. So, how we would connect it all together is we would go 2, 3, and brush, up, brush, up, brush, up, brush, cut, brush, hop, back. Again, from this angle, again, just pretend like this is the front, just to give you multiple angles. 2, 3, and go. Brush, up, brush, up. Brush. There we go. Good. So brush up, brush 2, brush 3, brush 4, brush, cut, brush, hop, back. It's kind of a tongue twister, yeah. brush, cut, brush, hop, back. Okay, so that's a big chunk of it. That part. If you want to rewind it, and try that a bunch of times. That's a good thing to practice nonstop. Once you get comfortable with it, what we're going to tack on next is we're actually going to do that same brush, brush, cut, brush, brush, hop back on the left foot as well. So we'll do one of each. So we'll go 1, 2, cut, treble, hop back, treble, cut, treble, hop back. We'll do 2 in a row. Let's try just that on its own. So with our right foot in front, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, cut, hop back. Treble, cut, treble, hop back, treble, cut, treble, hop back. And just to restate this again, depending on where you learned Irish dancing, people will call trebles differently. So I'm trying to kind of use all the different terminologies. I should probably keep it consistent, but over the years I've kind of used a little bit of each depending on where I am. So some people will call them trebles, some people will call them 1-2s, some people will call them brushes. There's even more versions. Comment down below if you have a different name for trebles, because there's like a bunch of them. But whenever I'm mentioning 1-2s, brush, brush, treble, it's all kind of the same. Yep. Okay, so all of that tacked on together. So 4 treble ups into 2 treble, cut treble, hop backs. Ready? 2, 3, and go. 1, 2, up. There we go. Good, good, good. Now, we're at our halfway point in the step already, and there's only one different new thing in the second half, so pats on back, we're already doing a great job. We're in a great place. From here, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to repeat that. We're going to do treble, up, treble, up, treble, up, treble, up, treble, cut, treble, hop back, but we're going to do something else instead of the left foot treble, cut, treble, hop back. Okay? So we did treble, up, treble, back, treble, back, treble, up. We're going to keep going. Treble, cut, treble, hop back. And to finish off our dance, we're going to recycle actually from our jig and do hop back, 2, 3, 4. And that's the step. So let's go through it really slowly. Again, we're repeating the start of our step at the halfway point. When we hit halftime and we go into the 5th bar, again, we have 8 bars. When we finish off our first 4, when we dive into our second half, we're going to do the same exact start. Our treble up onto the front foot. And only the hop back, 2, 3, 4 is the only change in the second half. So let's try that all together. Ready? 2, 3, and treble up. Whoop. Okay. Those rhythms are pretty clear. I missed one. Best thing is to just keep going. Keep dancing. It's like Dory and Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, but with dancing. Cool. So that you can keep repeating over if you need to keep practicing that. But other things to note when you're doing this is to make sure you're doing it with a nice turned out feet. After each treble down, try to place that foot nice and turned out before bringing the next one over. Again, keep everything in line with your belly button. Your toe, your foot you bring down, make sure it's in line with your center, because then you can bring the rest of your foot over. We have that nice crossover going. You don't want to be over here. Then we kind of lose a bit of the look to it. Yeah, our cuts, again, you keep your knee low and bring your cut high. You don't want to bring your knee up and over. We're losing the look of the cut then. So treble cut, treble hop back, put it away nice and turned out. And then just always be mindful of your posture and your upper body as you're doing this. to connect then to our left foot of this dance, we would, on the hop back 2, 3, 4, so we did it with our left foot in front, we went hop back 2, 3, 4. We would then bring our left foot forward. So we finished with our right foot, all our weight on the right foot, back 2, 3, 4, and we would bring our left foot forward, and we'd bring our left foot forward for our treble up. And then you do the whole thing basically on the opposite foot. Then finishing with our right foot, hop back 2, 3, 4. And not to give any spoilers for the second step, but the second step then you'd bring your right foot forward for the next brush out. Yeah. Let's try that, and let's actually go into the left foot as well. All right, so right foot in front, off your heels. Ready? 7, 2, 3, and an 8, 2, 3. There we go. Whoop. There you have it. I think you might have heard a heel drop here and there, a little heel scuff. That's why it's so important to dance up here, because then we get the cleanest rhythm. Or if you can, push yourself to kind of dance higher up here. It's one of the big differences, I'd say, between Irish dancing and something like tap dance. Or tap dance, you're kind of sitting here, you kind of plie into your rhythm. Irish dancing is here, and then it's pulled up. And so a lot of tap dancers, a lot of rhythmic dancers will go, Irish dancing is, ooh, it's different because, you know, your calves burn the whole time if you're doing it right. I go, yep, you were doing it right then. Because it's all pulled up. And that's really to clarify the rhythms that we do. A lot of our rhythms are off that front foot. Even our hops, when we do little hops here and there, we're making noise with that front foot and not our heel. Yeah. What else? Yeah. I had something else I wanted to say as well, but I forgot. Treble up, treble up, treble. Treble, hop back. Treble, treble, hop back. Hop back 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we pretty much have it. So we're gonna try this to music now. And I said this is normally to a traditional speed treble jig, but for now we're going to start with the open speed, which is actually a slow treble jig. So so if I go to my FEIS app, for example, oh, what I was going to mention, jig speed, jig music is very much in 3s and 6s, where like in reels and other things like that, they're more in like counts of 4 and 8. Our jigs are usually counted in 3s and 6s. So why we're doing a treble up is 3 rhythms, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you're thinking of like a waltz, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, our feet are musical instruments. We are playing with the music that we're dancing to. So it's beyond just dancing. We're also a musical instrument, and we are accenting that music. The slow treble jig is very much like a waltz, and so you'll hear those 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3s. We're going to be accenting those 1, 2, 3s with our feet. So I'm on the FEIS app. I'm going heavy jigs, and it says beginners fast, advanced slow. Now normally with slow music, it gives you more space in between each count, so you can, hypothetically fit more rhythms in each bar. If each bar is slower, that means they're longer, there's more space. You can fit more stuff in each bar. So that's why advanced is slow and beginners are fast. This is a more straightforward introductory beginner dance. So because of that, there's not a whole lot of crazy triplets and craziness that you've probably seen on the channel before. So just to clarify that, when you come to the little thing, or if you're looking this up on YouTube or wherever, if you see fast tempo, slow tempo, fast tempo is actually what the beginner tempo would be. But for this practice, we're actually going to try an advanced tempo to start, which is around 73 beats per minute. So we can hear that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3. Yep. Bum, bum. You can hear those threes in the music. 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Whoop. Missed the rhythm. We're gonna try it again. I'm trying not to treble too loud, just because new environment. 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Left foot. Good deal. All right. And then if we were going to do this to a fast jig or beginner style jig, it would be like this. Let's try this one. It's a little bit faster, yeah? 92. So it's, think of it like miles per hour. So beats per minute, miles per hour. Kind of the same thing, like the higher the number, the faster we were going. So we were just going at 73 miles per hour. So now it's 92 miles per hour. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's faster. 5 and 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, and 8, 2, 3. There we go. Not too bad, not too crazy. Very straightforward, but a fun step in that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, this little tutorial on an introductory treble jig. This is the first step of 3. So be on the lookout for 2 more that tag on to this step. Be sure to check out my other jig videos. This is a jig series. We've got some beginner light jigs as well as slip jigs, and they're all super fun to do. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're enjoying this content and want to see more, hit the bell so you don't miss another video when it comes out. If you'd like to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon that you can join. Become a patron of this channel and help support this, the lights, cameras, time each week to edit these long videos. It's a lot, but I love doing it, and every little bit helps support the channel, so thank you very much for that. But that's it for now. Happy dancing, and I'll see you all in the next video.